So hi everyone, now let's start understanding about arguments and parameters of Python functions. So let's say we need to create a function which will calculate the difference of all of these value pairs. So I have created this particular function and I have provided two variables a and b which contains the value of these pairs, so 10 and 5. So with this function, now I can calculate with this function called the difference of our first pair. So I did that. Now let's calculate the difference for our second pair. So for that, what I need to do over here, again, I need to copy this whole function and I need to change these two values. So a value remain 10, whereas b value has changed in the second pair to. So the second pair difference 10 minus 2 is 8. Same way, I need to now redefine this function for all of these pairs. So that's where the utility of our arguments and parameters comes in picture. When we have this kind of a scenario where logic is the same, only thing is that there are few values which are changing with every function call. So what is our logic over here? Subtraction. And what are the values? These a and b. So let's create now a dynamic function with the help of arguments and parameters. So how do we do that? So let's create this particular function, make this function a dynamic function. So just take this variable a in the parameters. So parameters comes in this parenthesis where we define function. So let's write a over here and remove the a from over here as we have take a value in our parameters. So variable goes in the parameters and the values, this 10 will go in our function call as an argument. So we call these things as an argument. So now we have taken this b. So we have finished our first part. Now same thing do with the b value also. So take this b value in the parameter and take this 2 value in the function call. So now we have created a dynamic function. So now let's run this code as values were 10 and 2. So it has given us the difference of our second pair. So now let's take the difference of our third pair. So now we have the logic in place. Only thing we need to provide the values whenever we will call the function. So now, sorry, yeah. If you look at now, we did not need to rewrite the whole function again. We are now reusing the same function which has encapsulate a logic. Only thing with every function call, we are providing the values of those variables which were changing with every function call. Now let's take the difference of our third pair also. So it is 3. So with this way, with the help of arguments and parameters, we can make our function dynamic. So now let's understand with bit more logic to depth with the help of pythontutor.com. So how to reach pythontutor.com? So first go on this website pythontutor.com. Go Python tutor, go live programming mode. It will take you to on this particular website. So now let's do one thing. Let's write this function. Let's copy and paste our difference function without arguments and parameters. And now let's calculate over here. Copy and paste the same function with the argument and parameter, and let's make it 5. Make it the come on the same page here. So now let's execute this code. So let's go in the first line and execute the code. So with the execution of first line, we have now stored our first function in the Python memory. Now when we are calling this function, note it down. Now what will happen? So do you see the moment our this line where we are calling this function has executed, we have created a new function scope, and with the execution with this line itself, we have created these two variable a and b which are referring to these values 10 and 5. So, and how these a and b has taken these value 10 and 5 with their indexing. So what has happened over here? So this, as this a parameter is on the 0 index and 10 argument is also on the 0 index, as indexing goes in these tuple from 0. So a will be having the index 0, b will be is having the index 1. If there would have been more values, so it goes 2 3 like that in same way. So that's way, and these, as these parentheses, whatever we write down in these parentheses are a part of a tuple. So this a 0 index of a parameter will be assigned to the value 10, which is on the argument 0 index. This a will be assigned to this and b will be assigned to this value 5 as per their indexing. These value will be assigned. So that's what happened. So a was assigned the value 10 and b was assigned to the value 5. Now let's execute this code. So now this a minus b, and a value we already have in our function scope with the help of 10 and 5. So 10 minus 5. So we got the returned value 5. Now look at what's happening when we are not using arguments and parameters. Now I have forgot to call this function. So difference, yeah. So now let's call. So now when we have executed the line where we are calling this function, now we have just created a function scope. No values and variables for now are not there in this function scope. Now when we are executing these instructions, now they came in the function scope and now we got the returned value. So if you see in these two approaches, only difference was that we got these variables and values when we use these arguments and parameters the moment we have executed our function call. So then whatever the variables we assigned in the parameters, we got their those variables and their values in our function scope with the when we executed that function call. And when and without those arguments and parameters, those values came when we call that function and when we went back to that function and when we were executing those instructions. Then at that point of time they came in our memory and everything remained same. So these two things are almost the same thing. Only thing, their time difference when these variables came in picture. I hope you understand now this part really very well. And these things might be having sometimes some implication, but for now we are not going to talk about that, but we will talk much more in detail in the future videos. But you need to know these things. These are the nitty-gritty things, but knowing these things makes you a better programmer. So now we have understood what these arguments and parameter does in a function, that we encapsulate the whole logic in a function, and then whatever the values which are changing, we provide them those variables in the parameters, and values we provide whenever we call the function. So this thing make them a function a much more reusable function. So thanks guys. In the next lecture, we'll learn about default argument and parameter. Stay tuned and please subscribe this channel. That will be a really good support for me. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.